Ba-da-bum, 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 bum, ba. Ba-da-bum, 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 bum, ba, 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 ba.
All right, Week 7 NFL. We got Denver at Arizona to start off the week on Thursday. Denver's season's headed for the toilet fast. I mean, they got off to a nice start. They got the two rookie running backs, playing well. They got some playmakers at receiver, but they've lost four in a row. And if they lose this game Thursday, their season's over, just like that. Arizona, they're showing some fight. They've got some things stacked against them. I mean, they still got David Johnson, but Christian Kirk is kind of emerging right now. Rookie quarterback's going through some growing pains. This will be a good game. It'll be an interesting fantasy game if you got some of the players in here. But I think Denver wins the game. But it could be one of those last second things. But Denver needs a game because they got to save their season. Whatever that means. It's the thing you like to hear this time. They saved their season, right? They didn't save nothing, but all right, maybe they do. But whatever. Denver's got to win the game. They'll probably win. All right, Sunday early morning. So get out your breakfast bar and your English muffins and get Tennessee at the LA Chargers. Although it's really at Wembley Stadium over in London. Chargers are really putting it together. Tennessee, I don't know, they're just a mess on offense. I had the choice of trading for either Corey Davis or Doug Baldwin last week, and I was looking at the data, and like a lot of things were saying, oh yeah, Corey Davis is, he's projected to score more points, and he's getting all these targets and all this horseshit, and Doug Baldwin's, Seattle's gonna run the ball, and and just everything, all these fantasy clowns out there just projecting Corey Davis to be a better player. And who knows, maybe he is, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna take Baldwin. I'm not watching it. Tennessee's gonna be in too many of these games where they don't score enough points. And guess what? Seattle's gonna be in a shootout every week. Scoring a bunch of points. But anyway, get back to this game over in London. The Chargers will beat the Titans. I mean, come on. Okay, regular early games on Sunday. You get New England at Chicago. Here we go now. New England's going to be in these games. I mean, 43-40 with the Chiefs last week. The Bears offense is, really picking up steam. And, man, I'd love to pick the Bears here. And this would be a, big win for them. I mean, they're in a tight race with Green Bay and Minnesota for that top spot in NFC North. I can't see Mitchell Trubisky beating a Belichick team. It's just not yet. We're not ready. We're not ready for it just yet. It's too soon. So I mean, again, I'd love to see Chicago win the game, but New England just got too much right now. They're still New England. So, and then basically the opposite of New England, Chicago is Buffalo, Indianapolis. The two teams are going nowhere. Nothing's at stake here other than we're in the top 10. These two teams are going to pick next year. Buffalo's got no quarterback. Indianapolis at least has luck, so I'll take the Colts. Detroit at Miami. Miami's 4-2. They get this win here. They're 5-2, and they're at least going to give their fans some fake hope that maybe they can win a division, which they won't, but at least they'll be in a good spot for a wild card. They really rallied last week with Tannehill out. Osweiler coming in there and getting a big win over the Bears. The Lions coming off a bye. It should be a good game, but I'm going to take Miami here. But this will be a close game. I'll take Miami. Minnesota at the Jets. The Jets, hey, they got the win last week. The offense looking good again. Now Minnesota comes in here and, don't see how the Jets win this game. Minnesota's just too talented on both sides. And the Jets are the Jets, so again, you get too excited about them, and they fall flat here. But the Jets are putting up a fight, so I'll give them credit for that. But I think Minnesota wins the game. I can see this being a low-scoring game, or it could be a shootout. It could be either one. I don't know. Minnesota win the game, I think. Carolina, Philadelphia. Carolina, tough loss at Washington last week. Philly, just demoralized what's the team formerly known as the New York Giants. I mean, I don't even know what the hell they put out. It was basically Philly versus Saquon Barkley last week, because I don't know any of the Giants showed up. But Philly finally looking like a Super Bowl team. But this will be a good game. Yeah, I think Philly wins the game here. Obviously, I'd like to see Carolina win, but I just think Carolina's missing a piece. I don't know what it is, and I'll be honest, I haven't watched really any of their games, because not only do I not have any of them in fantasy in any of my 3 leagues, but I haven't really played anybody that has anybody on Carolina. So I'll be honest, I haven't watched a lot of Panthers football this year yet. I may take a look at it this week, because I got Alshon Jeffrey in one of my leagues, but I think Philly will win this game. And then we got Cleveland at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, the Winston thing kind of threw him off, but then Fitzmagic, got him off to a decent start, but then it crashed very quickly. Now Winston's back. Almost pulled out the win in Atlanta last week. This might be a high scoring, nice fantasy game. But I think Tampa wins the game, because I think they're going to start to put it together. They got enough pieces on offense where they can win in a shootout against a mediocre team like Cleveland. And then Houston at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's defense took the week off last week. I got to watch that from the 50-yard line box, which was nice. And in Houston, Deshaun Watson's banged up, which I don't like, because I have him in 2 of my leagues, but I basically benched him in both of them last week, and gonna have to bench him again this week, because Jacksonville's listen, they're still a good defense, even though Dallas dropped 40 on them, but they're gonna be angry. They're gonna come out, and Houston, I don't know if they have enough on offense where they can put up the type of show Dallas put up last week. So Jacksonville will win the game, but it's going to be one of those like 16-13 looking games that you're not really going to pay a whole lot of attention to. All right, Sunday late afternoon, you got New Orleans and Baltimore. This is a big game here. New Orleans has a great offense. Baltimore's played well on defense, but Baltimore can score too. I really thought their receiving game was going to struggle this year, but Crabtree and Snead and John Brown, giving Flacco some targets. So they might be able to hang with the Saints here. I think the Saints win this game, but it's going to be close, and it could be a shootout. Which normally you don't say about a game involving Baltimore, but it's 2018, anything goes. So. I'm going to take New Orleans to win the game, but I'm looking forward to this game. Even though I won't be watching it, because Dallas will be at Washington at the same time, late afternoon. The Dallas defense has played well all year, and their pass rush is ridiculous, and that's really been in the formula with defense. I mean, if you can get in the guy's face, you don't need to have a Hall of Fame secondary, to get coverage, because you get pressure. But I was at that game last week. The Dallas is just in Blake Bortles' face the whole game, and they're going to spend this game in Alex Smith's face. If all Dallas has got to do is just do enough on offense, score in the mid-20s every week, and they're going to win a lot of games, because this defense is serious. You got the pass rush, you got Jalen Smith playing great at linebacker. Secondary is decent enough. They're not giving up a lot of big plays. So look out for Dallas defense. Especially you pick them up. They're still at bargain in a lot of fantasy leagues. So you may want to take a look at them. But I mean, they're going to beat the Redskins this week, and start making that move to try to hang with Philly and win the division. So that's a big game, obviously. And then last Sunday late afternoon game, we got the LA Rams at the 49ers. Hey, listen, good for the 49ers. Giving ESPN some ratings last week, and then just letting Aaron Rodgers do. I mean. Aaron Rodgers is unbelievable. Let's talk about that game Monday night real quick. I mean, you can make the football field like 500 yards long, still put him on the 10, give him 490 yards to go with a minute left, and he would still somehow get the ball down there. And I really like, even with 6 seconds left, like he tried to throw an FU touchdown. Like, nah, we're not going to kick the field goal yet. I'm going to try for that FU touchdown. Really, he was just trying to get it down to 3 seconds, but whatever. He wanted to get a touchdown there and didn't even want the guy in the field to kick the field goal. But, he's just, it's unbelievable. But then you think about it, it's like, that guy's only won 1 Super Bowl. He's only been in 1 Super Bowl. How's that possible? With all the great stuff that he does. But, he's just fun to watch. I don't care if you like Green Bay or not. He's just a great ball player. But anyway, Rams and 49ers. There's nothing to talk about here. Rams are going to win this game. Rams are going to steamroll this team. Sunday night, look who's back on Sunday night. The Chiefs back to back. It's time to get the Bengals at home. You're talking about playing for a 2 seed here, maybe. The Bengals, look good this year. This is an opportunity. For them to really step it up. They need to win because, you got Baltimore and Pittsburgh, right on them there in the AFC North. And the Chiefs, Mahomes is ridiculous. He's just, he's really having a great season. Obviously I'm not saying anything, profound there. Everybody knows that he's great. He's probably going to be elected to the Hall of Fame soon, so. But this is going to be another game. It could be another 43-40 game. I'm going to take the Chiefs here, but the Bengals are going to make this a good game. And again, you could be battling for the number 2 seed, and you could see these 2 teams play again in January for the right to go lose to New England. So the big game is Sunday night, and then Monday night. The garbage comes on Monday in my neighborhood, and then Monday night, NFL's got some garbage with the Giants at the Falcons. The Giants. Listen, there's nothing to say about that. Listen, Saquon Barkley's great, but Odell just runs his mouth. Manning's probably done. They have no other players of skill. Atlanta, squeaked out a win against a struggling Tampa team. They're headed. They're headed to a 6-10, 7-9 looking season. But they'll get the win here at home. But the only people watching this game are people who are gonna have somebody in fantasy. Somebody's gonna need Saquon to score 40 points for them. So maybe they can pull out a win. So that's the only reason anybody's watching this game. But it's not of any consequence to who's gonna go to the Super Bowl this year. And again, by the way, when I send you a fantasy trade proposal, and you tell me you're going to look at it right there. Again, it takes about 5 minutes to analyze a fantasy trade, to say, all right, do I want to do this? Do I want to just tweak it a little? Or I don't want anything to do with this. And again, I'm sending out stuff to people. People say they're going to look at it, and then then it goes into the vortex, and then I gotta hit you up again to kind of remind you that hey, I'm trying to make a deal here. So again, you people know who you are. Respond to my fantasy trades. All right, and then that's about it. You got Green Bay, Oakland, Pittsburgh, Seattle. Take the week off. Oakland should just take the rest of the year off. Let's be honest, they're not doing anything, but it should be another great week of football, and we'll see you late Sunday afternoon for a Cowboys game. All right. There you go, football, week 7.